It's private data. They can certainly tell you if they want. You'll never hear it from me, anybody with a name.
The event that happened in Columbine took place in just under 4 minutes. The one that handled in Sandy Hook was about the same. What's the average response time for Wright County Sheriffs to get maybe 2 or 3 officers there? Because probably not going to go in by themselves. So what's the average response time to get, say, 2 officers?
Well, you're right in about the 4 minutes. Most of these incidents we know occur, these mass shootings, are 1 to 9 minutes. That we know, that's fact. In Wright County, we have 44, 45 shifts per day. We've got 10 officers in 7 school districts that are actually at the school every day, armed. They work as school resource officer. We have a whole division of that. And because all the cities in Wright County, 13 of the 16 contract with the Wright County Sheriff's Office, we have dedicated coverage right there. Our response time, I can't give you an exact response time, but it would be fairly quick. But with that being said, a lot of people practice SWAT, or emergency response teams, to handle situations. It's over by the time your SWAT team is mobilized. So what's important is what the school staff does. Sandy Hook actually had a very similar plan to what we have in every one of our schools, elementary, middle school, and high school in Wright County. Everything can be just quiet as can be in 30 seconds if the kids are all already in their classrooms. We're mandated to run, I don't know if it's 10, it might be 10 drills a year, 5 fire drills, 5 lockdown drills as we call them. We have 2 types of lockdowns. One's just a soft lockdown. We had an incident in Rockford, an example. We had, I don't know if somebody, I think there was a shooting, nobody got shot, but there was threats with a gun near the Rockford Middle School at a housing complex there. We notified the school, hey, just lock your doors, don't leave the kids out for recess, and let us handle this. We had it isolated, but we just wanted to tell the school. With mass media anymore though, we'd rethink probably doing that. All of a sudden we have parents coming to the school because they think something's going on. Everybody's texting, Facebooking, and boom. Same with fatals out on our highways now. We rarely go to somebody's house to notify them, which is a horrible job to do. Somebody's usually already coming there because the information is just so fast. So it really matters what the teachers do, and we not only, and the staff does, and the students, and we do them with the students in all of our school districts. I think Annandale's doing them now too. And we also do them when the kids are in the lunchroom, in the hallways, playground, just so the students will know what to do when there's a lockdown. And that's basically get them someplace as safe as they can be. If it's inside a building, it's inside a building. Put them in a corner, and that's what happened out at Sandy Hook. This fella that shot his way into a locked building, came inside, and I think he got into one room and you know, did the damage to that one class. But you're exactly right with the amount of time.
I work with Minneapolis Fire.
I do a lot of public speaking about the Sheriff's Office. I'm proud of our office. I'm proud of what we do. And our passion is definitely public safety. We try not to politicize what we do. I get a lot of questions, especially since the 14th of December. Our life changed at our office, as I'm sure yours has, out at Sandy Hook Elementary in Connecticut. There's 20 children there whose, you know, it didn't turn out so well for them that day. They obviously had a horrific series of events that occurred there. Can that occur in Wright County? I'd be a fool to say it could never occur in Wright County. But we have some things going for us here in Wright County that other places may not. We have a lot of partnerships with our community, and that's what I'm hoping to establish here, are some real sound partnerships, and many in the room here I know, and I see them up at our office frequently, not on the inside of the bars, usually on the outside of the bars. But with that being said, it is a very thin line between what side of the bars we're on. We all know that, and therefore we treat our inmates with a lot of respect, just like we do our other people, and that certainly helps us towards promoting public safety in and around Wright County. Some of the partnerships we have that maybe some of you know about, some of you don't. We have something in Wright County called Safe Schools. And we've been involved with Safe Schools for probably 12 years. It's kind of the brainchild of our court services, our probation office, that kept dealing with the same children, students, time and time again. And what are we doing? What are we trying to do? Let's try something else. This is a no-cost initiative that we've done for years. Anybody that has a stake, generally in county government, in the schools, cities, that have a stake in a safe environment for our children to learn, safe place for them, period, is at these meetings. We meet monthly or bi-monthly in every school district in Wright County, including Rogers, which is located in Hennepin County, but many of our students from St. Michael, Albertville, and Otsego go to the Rogers, Elk River, Zimmerman school districts, so we're there. We meet, Buffalo's probably our largest. We have Bill Tregaskis from Buffalo Mental Health, who shows up at these, and he has a partner that shows up at the ones in Monticello. And so we sit down with everything from public health, the superintendents, the staff at the school, counselors, human services, sheriff's office, county attorney. We're at every one of those. And what we do is we just kick ideas around, or if the school's dealing with maybe a struggling student, chances are our office is dealing with that child in the home, on the streets, out and about, and chances are the courts are dealing with them, county attorney's probably dealing with them, and the child is probably on probation already. So it's just a way to really go after or prevent things that may happen, and maybe they haven't happened in Wright County because of some of those. We also have something called Safe Communities in Wright County. It's a collaboration of traffic professionals, law enforcement, county attorney, again, a lot of the same people. We have an executive director trying to keep our roadways safe. And how we do that, we don't go out and have a fundraiser. Some people think you just have to keep hitting people in the pocket to get them to slow down. We offer a few alternatives. We have what's called a Drive Right program. It's kind of a play on words, right, as in Wright County. So if I stop you for speed or a petty misdemeanor, and by petty misdemeanor, that's defined, it's not a crime. We get people come to our Drive Right class rather than have them go to court, pay a fairly hefty fine. They can come and listen to our executive director speak on traffic crash facts, listen to me drone on for about an hour or so. Their ticket disappears, doesn't go on their driving record, doesn't affect their insurance, and they're out the door. All the evals, we've had 7,000 people, I believe, through there in the past 7 or 8 years, have all been fantastic. People haven't had a driver's ed class since they were 15 or 16. We had a woman in class last night. I was involved with the class, born in 1930. Probably never had a ticket before, and we've had kids as young as 16 because we also offer a teen Drive Right. Now we packed the house tonight. Right when I got here, somebody said, you know, are you a little worried about the number of people here? And I said, no, I have a door right here. I have Mike Ginley guarding the door, but I outweigh him by about 40 pounds. I think I could. I have my wingman, my backup, Joe Marks, right next to me here. Joe and I served on the city council over in St. Michael for a number of years, and he's still on it. Plus, I'm not the fire marshal, and Buffalo Fire Chief, if you're listening, you really should be here now. If I time it right, be here in about a half hour. So that's how it works. But I know most of you folks are here today regarding Second Amendment. Since the 14th of December, believe me, I've been inundated. A lot of you in the room here has called me. I mentioned a name earlier, Tom. He called me the other day, the fellow that's right down driving the bus down to the legislature. I was following some of it on TV today. I think Channel 22 has the House hearings. I think they're discussing House File 241 today. I think there's about 6 House files that they're kicking around. The Minnesota Sheriff's Association, which is comprised of all 87 of us sheriffs, and most of us are on the same page. We have a lobbyist that we use, similar to the NRA uses a lobbyist, other groups have them, and his name is Eric Hyland. He's been with us for a number of years. Jim Franklin is our executive director, just lives across the border in Hennepin County, down near Delano. Those folks are really in tune with what's going on down at the legislature, and our local legislators, I know we have some new ones now, have always been really responsive. I've been able to call Joe McDonald, Dick Burrell, doesn't matter who they are. They generally get back to me, Tom Emmer, they'll call me from the House floor or wherever they are, just to let me know what's going on items that are near and dear to my heart, and that's public safety. With that being said, we've got probably 4,800 permit to carry holders in Wright County since we started issuing them. They're all numbered, so if one of you would come in tomorrow, and I set up an extra table now, I usually have 4 chairs full of people. They come in every 5 years to get their permit to carry, and we audit those every year to find out, do we have any crimes of violence that would prohibit somebody from carrying a firearm, those people that are already permitted to carry them. We just got done with the 2012 audit, and I'm happy to report we had 0 crimes of violence committed by any of our permit holders, which is good. And we're proud of that. We take a stake in it, because my signature goes on every one of those. I read through every one. We do 2 checks. We do the NICS check, that National Instant Background Check, just like when you go to a federal firearms license dealer. They're doing that same check. They just dial 1-800 or they can do it on their computers. And then we also do a Bureau of Criminal Apprehension criminal history check. Now, where the Minnesota Sheriff's Association has a concern, as do I, isn't with the type of firearm people are carrying. The big push right now that I'm just reading in the paper, like all of you are, I'm as concerned as anyone, is what they term assault rifles. And a number of people in my office have these for their personal use. I know the licensed dealers in the county here are probably, the shelves are probably clear. People are buying them because they're afraid they may not be able to get them. I can't think of a crime I have in Wright County, and I look specifically at Wright County. That's what I'm in charge of keeping safe with my deputies and the other police officers and our partners. And I can't think of a crime that I've had committed involving that gun, or really hardly any guns in Wright County. We just don't have a lot of violent crime, knock on wood. We have a citizenship in the county that's relatively law-abiding. We built this brand new jail, can hold up to 300 and some people. I'm happy to report it's about 105 average daily population. It's much cheaper to run an empty jail than it is a full jail. We're trying to generate some revenue. We have a contract with the state of Minnesota to bring prisoners from the state before they're out, before they're released out into the wild, as we say, and we get paid $55 a day to bring them there, and we can actually generate revenue. I think we only have 4 or 5 right now. We'll take up to 176, because that's the tipping point where I'd have to add staff. We're mandated by the Minnesota Department of Corrections on what we need for a ratio from COs, correctional officers, to inmates, and that's basically a safety feature. But the permits, I've got a couple stats on our permits. When I said our life changed on the 14th of December, business-wise, it certainly did. I've got one person, all he's doing right now is full-time permits to purchase and permits to carry. In January of 2012, we issued 145 permits to purchase. This past January, we just tallied it, we had 363. That's to purchase, that's quite a few. January of last year, permits to carry, I only had 72, so about 2 a day or so, and that's normally what we carry. And then just this past January, I had 262. So it's keeping us extremely busy. I've got 2 other people at the front counter. Many of you know who they are. As soon as you hit the top step in our